I started off as a medic in the Army with the Rangers, paratrooper. And then I got out and went to school for nursing and went back in the Air Force as a nurse. The military really set me up for what I do here because the work was very similar. Being here, you have an opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life. They have insurance. Maybe they only have surgery once in their life. This is your one time to interact with them, and we have an opportunity to make a difference for them. And so that's really what it's all about for me, is that I help my team make a difference for our patients.
He is such a gentleman. The main thing as a manager, he listens and he will get back to you with your request and have an answer for you. And so that's really outstanding. Anything concerns regarding the unit, regarding patient safety, he will take care of that.
He's great with the patients. He doesn't do a number of, I'm the top administrator of this unit. He doesn't say anything like that. He just took my patient out to the car and she had to go to the admitting office to get some of her belongings. And, he's just very agreeable about everything.
He always sits there and takes the time to sit down and talk to the patients and the families. He is always assisting with extra care, going above and beyond.
Keith was one of the first people that made me feel so comfortable, and watching him with his bedside manner with his patients, he has like this serene calmness about him that when the situation could be chaotic or crazy, or he can understand that you're having a bad day, he can feel it, and we might both be busy, and he just takes this deep exhaling breath that just makes me feel more comfortable, and we both kind of smile.
Every time he comes into the office and talks to me, he always has a story. Keith was in the Air Force, so there's always something related. And then the second part is Keith loves data, and I'm the data guy, so we always sit down together and have nice conversations about what's going on in PACU, recovery, and all those sort of plans. I enjoy working with Keith. He came once and left, and now he's back again. It's been a little while, so I'm glad that he's back, and it's really enjoyable to be with him.
I think of Keith Wilson, I do think of Service Hero, and the main reason I think that is because there isn't a day that you won't walk through perioperative services, or even out in the hall, the lobby, the parking lot, where he isn't helping someone get to where they need to go. He just has this way about always making sure people get the help they need.
Just like to thank Keith for being himself. I've been here about 2 years, and I am fortunate to have the office next to his. So he's been very helpful in kind of guiding me in the ways that Kaiser does things, and he's very thorough, very kind. He's always willing to lend a hand, and he's always willing to take time out of his day to show me exactly what he's talking about, great examples. Like I said, always willing to help my team members, even though we're not in the same department as his. And it's just been a pleasure, and just thank you for everything, Keith.
Keith is the epitome of someone that is proud to work for Kaiser Permanente. He is stellar in his work, in his camaraderie, in his compassion. He is truly an asset to our team, so I think we're all blessed to know him. I feel that this is a great award for him. He is so deserving of this, and for those of them that thought that Keith was deserving, you are correct. He is an amazing person, an amazing leader, and Kaiser Permanente is lucky to have him.
What I appreciate about Keith is anytime I come to him with a question, he has option A, B, and C. He has lots of relationships with everybody in the department, so he knows if he doesn't have the answer, he knows where to get it. And he doesn't just tell me the answer, he shows it to me, and he shows this is how we do it, or this is how to get it done.
Congratulations, Keith. I can't think of anyone more deserving.
I've known Keith ever since he started in recovery room, and he's been a big help to me. He listens well to me and to all my coworkers, and he follows up on it. So it's very important when you're a manager of a big department. And Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to your big achievement. I'm very proud of you.
So I just wanted to share with you why I think Keith deserves this honor. And one of the reasons I think he deserves this honor is because he lives by Caritas, which is what Kaiser stands for, our nursing theory. How he shows that is he exemplifies that we're all one human race sharing this loving experience. He forms that by giving aromatherapy in the pre-op, making everybody feel comfortable and decreasing their stress level. He also goes up to the floors and follows up with the patients that have had surgery and their inpatients to see how his team did so that they can give feedback. He brings the feedback back to his nurses and gives them thank you notes for all the wonderful care they provided.
He rounds every morning on everyone who was in surgery that's been admitted to the hospital. He goes and visits them. He gives the feedback to the nursing managers on that unit if there's any for the unit. And then he comes and shares it with his team. Sometimes he comes by my office and shares it with me. And I just love that. I love hearing how his team connects with patients and how he shares that with them and how excited they are to hear that.
Keith is one of the most loved nurses in the entire building. I believe the physicians all love communicating with him. He is always just even keel and has this presence about him. He has this wonderful bedside manner and this just soft voice. Patients just melt when they're with him and are able to convey their feelings. He always comes back from the floor with these great stories about the patients, and it's just a pleasure and an honor for me to work with him. I can't say enough good things about him. Appreciate all that he does for us.